Without holding back, Governor Larry Hogan said Maryland crossed into the danger zone, citing widespread of COVID-19 and a need to take action now.
The capacity for indoor operations at bars and restaurants will be reduced from 75% back to 50%.
That is a statewide order going into effect tomorrow at 5 p.m. Also announced a new strong advisory that people should avoid indoor gatherings of 25 or more, although that does not impact religious services.
You should immediately postpone or cancel travel to any of these states.
35 states in red, where Marylanders are now strongly advised not to travel. Hogan said out-of-state trips are a leading cause of infection. And new tonight, hospitals across Maryland will begin planning for additional COVID surge capacity.
This virus does not care if you're tired of it. It does not care if you have holiday plans. It doesn't care who you voted for.
Governor Hogan also said inaction here in D.C. is dangerous for families and businesses in Maryland. He called it crazy not knowing whether or not stimulus checks would be sent out from Congress. And he said Republicans here simply need to accept the results of the election so we can all focus on this virus. Leslie?